You're watching EAC News. Thanks for joining us. Now for the look at the news making international headlines Wednesday the 6th of April.
Russia is getting more heat after the atrocities of recent reports on civilian killings, torture, and rape in Baca came to light. Russia vehemently denied the allegations, but the international community is now in an uproar. The U.S. ambassador to the United States, Linda Thomas-Greenfield, said that no one can be a shield for Russia's aggression toward Ukraine. She pushed for a vote to suspend Russia from the Geneva-based UN Human Rights Council. The vote will likely be in on 7th of April, and a two-thirds majority is needed. In the meantime, Britain urged G7 and NATO nations to ban Russian ships from their ports and agree on a timetable to phase out oil and gas imports from Russia. British Foreign Secretary Liz Truss said that the existing sanctions had frozen $350 billion of Russian money and made over 60% of its foreign currency reserves unavailable. These coordinated sanctions are pushing the Russian economy back to the Soviet era.
International Journalist Protection NGO Article 19 said on Tuesday the 5th of April that the government of the Mexican president Andrés Manuel López Obrador has been deadly for journalists. During this term, the current government has accumulated 33 murdered journalists. In spite of the authorities' denial, this is the most violent period against the press we've registered, said Article 19, according to Article 19, an organization that promotes freedom of expression. Under the last two Mexican presidents, Enrique Peña Nieto and Felipe Calderón, 19 and 26 journalists were murdered respectively. So far, in 2022, the organization has documented the murders of 8 journalists in the country.
At a Hong Kong public hospital mortuary, funeral director Hadis Chung claimed the body of a COVID-19 victim on behalf of his family who live in mainland China. The family could not arrive in time due to quarantine measures. Chance, accompanied by his colleagues in full protective gear, opened the coffin and spread pepper money on the body as part of a traditional ritual before sending it to a cremation site. I feel heartbroken. Chan, 31, who has been working round the clock to help bereaved families. As the global financial hub battled a surge in COVID-19 death that is overwhelming its funeral parlors. Since the 5th wave of coronavirus hit the former British colony this year, it has reported more than 1 million infections and nearly 8,000 deaths. Scenes of bodies stacked in emergency room next to patients have shocked many as places in mortuary runs out. I've never seen so many bodies that they have been piled up together, said another funeral director Long Chung, 37, who has been organizing about 40 funerals in March, up from roughly 15 in an average month. I've never seen the family members been so upset, so disappointed, he said. The surge in COVID-19 death has resulted in a long wait for documents including death certificates to be processed, according to Chung. Traditional wood coffins are running short. Also in demand are the traditional paper replica of items, from cars to home and other personal effects, burners offering at Chinese funeral for use in the afterlife. Much of the delay is blamed on a logjam in transport from the neighboring southern Chinese city of Shenzhen, which supplies many of the items but is now fighting its own outbreak of COVID-19. China supplies more than 95% of the 250 to 300 coffins Hong Kong needs each day, authorities said. It received more than 3,517 coffins during the period from March 14 to 26, after the government of the Chinese ruled coordinated with the mainland authorities. The Sikh crematorium now run almost around the clock to get through nearly 300 cremations a day, or double the usual figure, and public mortuaries have been expanded to accommodate 4,600 bodies from 1,350 earlier, authorities said. Non-government body Forget the Knot has partnered with an eco-friendly coffin maker Life Art Asia to donate 300 such coffins and 1,000 boxes of preservative to 6 public hospitals. Each coffin is made of a cardboard with recycled wood fiber and can take a weight up to 200 kilograms. Placed in coffin or body bags, the powder, like preservative, turns to gas to keep the body in its natural state for up to 5 days. We are in the eye of the storm, said Life Art Asia Chief Executive Wilson Tong, and in the midst of this storm, we are trying to provide a moment of respite.